So what I have here is the Osmo Nano, and this has been out on the market now for about a week, and it wasn't too long after people started getting their hands on this camera that people also started reporting these massive, huge overheating problems that this camera had, along with other inconvenient issues, which I also found to be really odd and quite unlike DJI. But now this might be solved. We have a new firmware update which supposedly should fix the overheating issues with the Nano here, with and without the screen module, and also improve the low light quality, or not improve the low light quality, but enhance the quality which is already there. So when it comes to overheating, I did another test here in the studio. After my previous test of this camera, the overheating was real, and I was on the edge of just packing this camera up, sending it back, because it didn't live up to my expectations, especially after seeing the poor image quality on a bright sunny day on my motorcycle. Something I don't really want, because it looks awful, and I think everyone can agree with me on that this shot right here does not look good. But when it comes to the overheating issues, the previous overheating test I did here with this camera didn't go well at all. The Nano managed to capture a video up to a maximum 31 minutes of duration before it overheated, and once I pressed the record button again, it just fell shorter and shorter, and the camera got extremely hot. And even with the screen module attached to the camera here, I wasn't getting even close to the 200 minutes of record time which was advertised by DJI, which is also quite unusual by DJI, especially coming from the Action 4 and 5, which is always on top when it comes to these battery tests and these overheating tests. So here we go again with the latest firmware update. Charging paused. Camera will resume charging once the temperature is returned to normal. But it still records, so let's see how long it takes before it shuts down. So 20 minutes now. Can we get past the 30 minutes cap we got with the release firmware? Let's wait and see. So there we go with the latest firmware update. Device overheating, recording stopped. Let's see how long we managed to record for. That was, let's see, 25 minutes was the first one. Then we got the warning and it recorded 7 more minutes. So let's go on and hit record one more time. And let's see how long the second attempt records for before it overheats once again. So that was fast. The second overheating happened after only, let's see, 1 minute and 51 seconds. Let's see how long we can go here. Let's press record again. And this is now using the settings that I prefer to use when I'm using these cameras. So 4K 30 FPS, rocksteady on, ultra wide, manual white balance, 5400 Kelvin, and I think this is D-Log-M as well. I'm not sure D-Log-M or the normal color profile, but it wouldn't make a difference anyway. Bitrate is also set to, I think it's actually set to standard. Let me double check that once it overheats for the third time here. Oh, I think we got that live on the recording here. Device overheating again. So I'm just gonna stop it right there. There's no point. So we're using the normal color profile. Endurance mode is off, using the recommended settings and stuff like that. And let's go in and check the bitrate is set to, yeah, bitrate is set to high. So the exact settings that I want to use when I shoot videos with these smaller cameras or these larger cameras like the Ace Pro 2 here or the Action 4. So third time's a charm, isn't it? So let's just call it a day there. The latest firmware update didn't really improve much when it comes to this overheating issue with the Osmo Nano. It's always good to see companies like DJI taking these issues seriously. We have seen it before and we see it over and over again, but this firmware didn't do much in terms of heat management. The camera is still getting hot and it records no longer than before, which really sucks. I was actually hoping that this firmware would solve the issues because I really want to like this camera, but at the moment everything is going against it. I still have the heating issues, the heat makes it uncomfortable to use as a chest cam, and I still have some of those artificial skies with those halo effects around the branches, which looks awful. But I do want to give it another week, maybe have Philip test it as well, which is usually why I get these cameras in the first place, to get my kids' point of view and basically to capture great moments with the family without having to bring a brick of a camera, because it is a small camera. It is still bulky, but it's smaller than the Action 4 and 5. So yeah. The upcoming week will decide whether or not I'm keeping this or returning it. So make sure to subscribe and drop your comments, your thoughts down below, and sit tight to find out if this is a camera that I can recommend. Being completely honest and transparent about this. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell as well, and I will see you in a week.